So before Blade Runner 2049 hits theatres this coming weekend, let's go back and take a look at the original masterpiece. Blade Runner, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer, Sean Young and Edward James Olmos. So Blade Runner is set in the now near future of 2019, where a cop played by Harrison Ford by the name of Deckard, who is a Blade Runner, is set an assignment to track down these beings known as replicants, mainly the head replicant played by Rutger Hauer. And I have to say right away, this movie is one that really plays on your mind and is a very intelligent film by all means of the word. Now, I am not going to spoil anything here, so I'm going to try and give you the bare bones, as those of you who have not seen this movie originally really need to check this one out, as it is a true masterpiece of filmmaking, and there's a reason why this movie is a classic. And as you see Harrison Ford's character go through the journey that he does in this movie, you see him really go through a really interesting character arc as well, as does Rutger Hauer's character as well throughout this movie. But trust me, this movie is something that really needs to be seen to be believed, as some of the choices and the way how the effects are done and the way how the dialogue is done throughout this movie is nothing short of absolute genius. And from a filmmaking aspect as well, the way how certain shots are lined up is very clever as well. And I, for one, can't praise this movie enough. Now, something that might disappoint a few people is that the movie is kind of light on its action sequences, but what it makes up for in the lack of action that this movie has, it really does make up for in the way how this movie is presented in other ways. Also, I'm just going to say this as well, but Daryl Hannah is also in this movie, and she gives one of the strangest performances of her career, and yet it strangely works in this film's context. And I'm only hoping that Blade Runner 2049 lives up to the legacy that this movie has left behind in its intervening years. And from a performance scale, I'd have to say, especially for Harrison Ford, this is up there with his other classic characters of Han Solo and Indiana Jones. And the whole movie has a very natural feel to it, like you kind of believe that this is the future that people are leading towards. After all, it gives a whole new meaning to the phrase of the world is looking a lot less like Back to the Future 2 and more like Blade Runner these days, and that is a very true statement, I have to say. So all in all, Blade Runner is an absolute masterpiece of a movie. If you haven't seen this already, you definitely should. And my final verdict is a 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching this, guys, as always. Now it's over to you, so feel free to comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on Blade Runner. And as always, guys, if you are new to my channel, feel free to click here to see more and subscribe, as I do make new videos as often as I can. And don't forget to click that bell so that you're always notified of whenever a future video is posted. And as always, guys, I shall see you all on the next one, and take care.